Good morning, lovebirds. It's time to get into the tea with Love Lex P, y'all. Happy Monday. We are back another week and more time to be messy. Y'all have literally been blowing up my DMs this weekend. Trust me. Auntie been scrolling every single day. I see what's going on. But before we get into this messy week, y'all know we have to start with some positive affirmations and things like that. And you know, a lot of times my positive affirmations, not a lot of the time, all the time, they come from my personal life experiences because I know, you know, how I feel about the Lovebirds and Love Lex P. It's like a lot of inside things that go on here. You know, like we got some inside jokes. Like this is a different type of community. So I feel like I can let y'all know, you know, I went through this, so you ain't got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I was thinking about, I was having a conversation with a close friend of mine. And I was like, you know, it's so crazy when I think about my last, you know, long-term relationship that I was in. Y'all remember I used to be on Poor Minds talking about it. We not even going to bring up his name, child, because I don't want somebody to clip it and send it to his stupid ass. But I will say, no shade, no tea to that man. Actually, it's all shade because fuck that nigga. But it's like, it's so crazy how when you eliminate certain things from your life, how much your life elevates, right? And I'm not going to make an excuse for him or try to blame everything on him, but I think I chose to put a lot of my energy into something that wasn't serving me, right? And literally, I'm not lying to y'all, when I got out of that relationship, like, you know, 2 years later, The Sanctuary was born. You know what I'm saying? We started getting all these deals with Poor Minds and Love Lex P was born, and I just started to really get in my bag. And not only around that time that I cut him off, it was a lot of people that were kind of like attached to him and around that I just had, it was a group of little people I had to just let go. And my life elevated. And I realized a lot of times there's certain people in your life that they don't settle your nervous system. They create a lot of doubt, you know, within you. So I want us to do a lot of work on evaluating our circles and who we keep around. You really need to ask yourself, does being around this person truly make me feel good? Is this conducive to my growth? Is this person somebody, when I visualize myself in being the man or the woman I want to be, do I see this person in my circle contributing to that? And when I say contributing, I don't mean like, oh girl, he got to pay my rent. I don't mean in that way. I mean a way that really just nourishes your mind and somebody you can confide in, somebody that makes you feel good, somebody that supports your dreams, you know, somebody that's just supportive, period. So, one, we got to be careful who we share our dreams with, because y'all told y'all I used to date some hoe-ass niggas. They used to tell me all type of shit. Same niggas be asking to come on Poor Minds. You dirty bitch, you got some motherfucking nerve. But that's another story for another time. So our positive affirmation for today is not everyone needs to understand my path for it to be real. Y'all got to clean out that closet. Y'all got to get some people out the way. A lot of the times, the company you keep, surprisingly, is what's holding you back. You got people in your mind telling you, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think you should do this. And it's making you lose confidence. It's creating doubt in yourself. And you're not feeling how you should feel when you're stepping out and being ambitious and trying something. All I want to say is when I cleaned out my closet, I had to, you know, get them people out my closet. And I was able to buy myself one. You feel me? I'm just saying. Okay. I saw a quote by Kanye too. And y'all know, I know Kanye is he got to take his meds. But when he do take his meds, he be saying some good shit. He said, if you hang around people who act like you aren't who you are, you'll forget who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you hang around people who maybe never had the audacity to try to chase their dreams or never felt like they were worthy of doing certain things, or they just, maybe their dreams never came true, what do you think that they're going to do when they see you try to do those things? A lot of people don't want to see people doing better, especially better than them. So, you know, let's do a reevaluation of our circle this year and put yourself around people who drive you to do better, who speak highly of you, and speak highly of you when you're not around. Okay? That is very important. I think a lot of times, I'll say this. say, I like to use my girlies, for example, and my guys out there who have a lot of beauty businesses, because I know that's a lot of people who watch me, right? Like lashes, hair, waxers, all that good stuff. I think a lot of times y'all get mad because maybe your friends are not coming to you to get their lashes done or things like that. I always say this, my friends and my family, they're not my target audience. I'm not trying to sell nothing to them. But I will say, stuff like sharing my content is free. You know what I'm saying? If you got a friend, they can post your flyer. You know what I'm saying? Use code, come get your lashes and get 15% off. They can share them codes, bitch. So yeah, sometimes people be hating on you. It ain't nothing but just to share a little post, like, interact with it. So yeah, I'll be paying attention to stuff like that. And, you know, let's get some people around that want to make some moves in 2026. We are getting to our goals this year. And by any means, we are going to speak it into existence, y'all. I'm telling you, we are being positive this year. And we're going to do it right. Speaking of being positive, let me cut somebody out real quick. Because y'all know I read the comments and I get real sensitive because I'm sensitive. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, somebody was in my comments last week and they was like, Lex, if you want marriage and kids, you need to stop making these jokes and speaking on things. First of all, I'm going to say this real calm because I'm zen today. I haven't been drinking. Let me tell y'all something. And again, I get it because a lot of people are new here and the lovebirds who get it. That's why I can tell in the comments who's been here for a long time and people who haven't. But let me tell y'all something. I joke about a lot of things and y'all know I have a dark humor. But when I tell y'all, I think y'all know this, I'm a very blessed person, right? And I think a lot of times when I say things, people be like, you're going to bring bad things upon yourself. Let me tell you something. I am God's favorite and I am his child. Okay, my jokes come from the woman that he has created. He knows my heart and he knows my soul. So there is nothing that I can joke about or say that's going to block any blessing that I have for me. Okay, so and guess what? If I don't get married and don't have kids, bitch, it's not the end of the world. Y'all just going to have to sit up here and listen to me talk. Because guess what? When I do have kids, might not come to work, bitches. So you better hope I don't have none no time soon. But I say all that to say is y'all got to take these as jokes. It's very lighthearted. I'm not speaking anything but positivity and happiness onto my life. If I crack a little joke, I don't know why y'all getting offended for my ovaries, the way I be tearing them motherfuckers up. We are okay. Okay? So let's just keep the jokes rolling and have a good day. We're going to keep it positive. The time is winding down, y'all. My closet is getting done next week in the sanctuary. I'm so excited, y'all. I have just a lot of good stuff coming up. I spent a lot of money this past week, y'all, on just ordering so much stuff because I took a long break from like decorating because I was like tired of it. But I'm back and I ordered a bunch of stuff and it's like on the way. Y'all know when you order stuff, it just takes a while to come in. I got some like custom drapes, all this stuff. So I got some good stuff coming for y'all, okay? Now it's time to get into this mess, y'all. I was finna sing the Poor Minds jingle. That's how I know I've been doing too much and things are going on. But y'all know I have to start it with the biggest drama that everybody has been talking about this week. Ari versus Jada. We got to get into it, y'all. Now, I'll say this. Before I get into it, let me say, y'all are going to think that I'm taking one side, but let me tell you, I'm not. Because I have always been a fan of Ari and I've always been a fan of Jada. I like both girls, but let me say this, neither one of them pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect me much. Actually, not much. It doesn't affect me at all. So let's just go there with that. Because I know a lot of y'all be fighting for y'all life in them comments, bitch. I be seeing y'all. And let me just let it be known. I don't have a preference for either or. Yes, I've met Jada before. I've collaborated with her. But I would actually like both of them to come on Poor Minds. I don't have a problem with either one of these girls. But I'm going to give y'all a quick summary and I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Okay, we all know that Ari and Jada fell out a long time ago when the Impact Atlanta came out. And then Ari did interviews, Jada did interviews. They both let it be known. We just don't like each other. I mean, no shade, no tea. They do the same exact thing, you know. Two voluptuous shaped, beautiful black women, baby daddies who rap, lip gloss lines, bags, shoes. You don't know who's who. You know what I'm saying? But it's Atlanta for you. I mean, I love it. I love the girls who get to the bag, but it's just like, how can you expect two people who do the same exact thing to be best friends? So I never cared that they, weren't friends. It's like, whatever. So let's get to the recent drama. Jayda was on live. I don't know if it was like TikTok live, Instagram, whatever. Y'all got too many apps for auntie. She was on one of them goddamn lives. And somebody in the comments has said, Jayda, did you hear about the rumors that Ari is sleeping with Lil Baby? She said, that ain't no rumors. That's Ben. I don't know what got into Jayda. I said, I know that's right. I love when people spill tea. Yes, tell me your business. I love it. I'm not mad at it, okay? So allegedly, Ari was sleeping with Lil Baby, y'all. That's what started everything. Now, after this, Jayda has a Finsta. She was like responding to comments, liking comments and things like that. So basically, she's confirming. Now, this is what I'll say about Jayda. Jayda gives me vibes that she said this so boldly with her chest because I feel like she always kind of maybe felt that in the back of her mind. I feel like she has some type of receipt that she's holding on to, and she's waiting until Ari says something, and she's going to drop that receipt. That's what I'm thinking. Because I will say, we know Ari, if you even say anything about, you can even rap a G Herbo bar, bitch, and you rap it the wrong way, she going to get on the internet, call you broke, ho. You hoes is broke, you're poor, and you're ugly. She reminds us every day. So the fact that Jayda did all this, and she hasn't said a word, she got on Twitter and she was like, oh, y'all want to know my truth? I'm going live on Twitch. Bitch, I don't even have a Twitch. I made me an account so quick, LexP07. I logged in that motherfucker so goddamn quick. But she really never got on Twitch. She got on like a few hours later. But she was doing stuff with like Remedy. Smart girl, not mad at it. She got like 100,000 subscribers in like a few hours. Very smart girl. You got me on that one, bitch. 1 for you. 1 point for you, bitch. You got me. But Ari has not said anything. It's been a few days. She still has not released a statement. She's not talking. And again, I'm not mad at her for it. But I also think she's not saying nothing. I think, one, it's kind of like a business move. All eyes are on her. And she's using this moment to promote Remedy and her brand. And one thing I will say, Remedy is actually a good cosmetics line. I've heard great things about it. I think she's doing things the smart way business-wise. I think Ari really has been quiet for the past year. Like, it was at one point, she was always in the blogs for crazy stuff with her and Moneybag. Something was always going on. I will commend her because it seemed like she's moved to Miami. She be in the gym and she promotes her business. So I'll give kudos to her for that. But yeah, Ari hasn't said anything, and I don't think she plans on saying anything. But also, with silence comes, bitch, you did that shit. You fucked that nigga. That's all right. You did. And sometimes you got to get your get back and do what you got to do. But you definitely fucked that nigga. I know. Look, when somebody be like, ooh, Lex, you fucked him, I don't say nothing. I'll be like, girl, fuck these hoes. They be hating on me. But you can't deny it because you did it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you. I'm not mad at it. Do what you got to do. Now, on Jayda's end, this is where things went left for me. Now, I'm going to address 2 girls that inserted themselves in the drama, and this is when shit really got crazy. Because I honestly will say, I think the beef would have died down and the story would have died down because Ari wasn't talking and it was getting kind of boring. But 2 girls inserted themselves. One girl, her name is Emily Huff. It's a white. I should have saved this for the last segment of the show because what are you doing here? So how she came in is she decided to post pictures of her and Jayda in 2016. And then that triggered Jayda and Jayda started going off. She was like, Emily, you a weirdo. You trying to include yourself in this. And then Emily just starts spilling tea. She starts saying, oh, girl, well, I was fucking with Lil Baby first. And this is why, you reap what you sow because I was fucking with Lil Baby. Then you came and started fucking with Lil Baby. And then everybody was like, yeah, Emily, you right. How dare y'all agree with a white woman? Do y'all know it's about to be Black History Month? Martin Luther King did not have this dream, bitches. I was so shocked at how many of y'all was siding with this girl. I'm sorry. I am never gonna, y'all gonna be like, Lex, that's racist. Well, I am. Maybe I am. I'm just not gonna be gung-ho for the whites over a Black woman. I'm not gonna do it. You're never gonna catch me doing that. So Jayda was just like basically saying, girl, you was just getting fucked. Me and him got together and we were a family. We created life together and that's my family. And they've just been going back and forth. The girl allegedly dropped Jayda's address. Jazz got involved, Jayda's sister. They was all arguing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Auntie don't like reading them long ass paragraphs because y'all don't be spelling right. Y'all punctuation be off. What is you saying? I have to put it in ChatGPT to break it down for me, child. So they was going back and forth. And while all this was going on, another girl inserted herself. And as y'all are familiar, the ATL people are familiar with her. She goes by the name of Super Peach. Now, if you don't know who Peach is, she is a young lady who is a rapper. She was on one of the reality shows that Jermaine Dupri used to have, and like the kids was on there rapping and stuff. And she was on there with like Lotto and all that good shit or whatever. So anyways, Peach decides to get on TikTok and she's like, if I was Ari, I would have said, yeah, ho, I did it. She just starts cosplaying. If I was Ari and gave us a whole monologue, bitch, you would have thought she was auditioning for a Tyler Perry movie. I swear to God. Because who is you talking to? What is this script that you're reading? It was the strangest thing I have ever seen. But I was like, okay, I'm going to give it off to her being kind of young, I guess. So then Jada responds. Jada didn't say anything. She just posted a DM that Peach had sent her last year, basically asking to be a brand ambassador for Wait a Minute, which is Jada's line. So then that makes Peach even more mad. She gave us another monologue. Let me tell you something. If nothing comes from this, we finna see her in Diary of a Mad Black Rapper, okay? Tyler Perry got a movie coming for you, bitch. Because then she gets on another pedestal and she's like, Jada, waiter, you don't want this. I got receipts, bitch. You gonna want to jump off a bridge. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, this tea finna get juicy. I couldn't wait to get them receipts. Do y'all know what them receipts was? This girl sat in front of her grandmother's cabinet, in front of her grandmother's good china. Because I don't know who house she was in. Beautiful china, though. And she says that her receipt was Jada's mother had reached out to her so her brother could get like a picture or an autograph from her. That was your receipt, bitch? You know how embarrassing moms are? We all know. What are you talking about? Because Jada's mom reached out to you on her son's behalf for an autograph. You thought that was a receipt. I fear we've lost the plot, Miss Peach. You did not do your big one. And, I was thinking, he's like, ooh, don't make me get Lotto on your ass. But I'm not going to do that. But Peach, you definitely should have left yourself out of this equation. It looked very silly. And honestly, I was thinking, I was like, damn, I was trying to name a Peach song. And then I realized I couldn't. Now, I don't want nobody talking about me now. Because she sat up there and she called Jada old. Jada's 28. Bitch, she gonna call me dead. If Jada's old, wait till she gonna Google how old I am. She gonna be like, bitch, you old, decrepit, nursing home ass motherfucker. She finna do another monologue on my ass. All I'm saying is there was no need for her to insert herself in here. And Jada said she's suing her. Because Peach, she said that she had the herp. Now, Jada has gone through this before. Y'all know she has said she doesn't have it. She's posted the papers. Now, I think that is a little bit too far. Y'all can't get online and saying people have things that they don't have, and you just going off because y'all be on Lipstick Alley too much reading stuff. Y'all need to stay off Lipstick Alley and leave people alone with money. They gonna sue your ass, and as they should. That's why I sit on here saying allegedly all day. Y'all ain't finna take my last $3, bitch. But I'm all for it. The girls need to start suing y'all. Y'all get too crazy and y'all be getting too wild. And meanwhile, Ari just over there packing up Remedy lip glosses. Still ain't said nothing. I want to know what Moneybag got to say. Ain't nobody said nothing. Now, I will say, Lil Baby came out. He posted a picture of Jada and put the little title, Can't Be Fucked With. Yeah, she can't be fucked with, but you can. You the one that put her in this mess. Keep your dick in your pants. And all this going on. Oh, yeah, I fucked him too. Not me. Not me. Hold on. Do not put me in this shit. Not auntie. But I'm glad that Lil Baby took up for Jada because that's his family. And guess who else took up for her, y'all? Little Miss Golden. The other baby mama, the first one. She said, yeah, I love Loyal so much. I'm going to come out and put them hands on him. I said, you in a good mood. That other nigga baby daddy checks must have cleared. She was in a good mood. I know a child support check cleared when I see one, girl. I said, I know that's right. What's his name? Ant-Man? Yeah. Yeah, she ain't worried about little baby no more. She chasing after them ants, bitch. I see you, girl. I'm not mad at it. But yes, that's all the updates. But y'all know I will say I'm neither like Team Ari, Team Jada. I think they're both beautiful women. I hate to see, things going like that for the girls because I feel like it's already hard to be a Black woman as it is in this business. And I would like to see both of them have like a Kim Kardashian type careers with their cosmetic lines. But it's like, I would love to see like the Aries in there and the Jadas and even Drea, go shop Muse Beauty Collection. I like to see the Black women with their cosmetics and doing wonderful things. I do not like to see them arguing, especially when it's about these men, about these rappers. Now, if anybody else want to spill some tea, just let me know. Because my messy ass gonna report about it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna tell the world about it now. So, shout out to Jada and Ari. Like I said, Ari still hasn't said nothing. But I do think it's interesting because, Tay used to do Jada's hair too, but obviously he doesn't do her hair anymore. I know he has so much tea. That's a good friend right there. Because through all of this stuff, even, Dream Doll don't really be around no more. It's a bunch of them that Tay used to do all their hair. Tay just always keeps his mouth shut, never says a word. I like Tay. Shout out to y'all. All right, moving on to more bullshit. Now, I'm going to tread lightly with this one because I talk shit about a lot of people. I tread lightly with people that got them cult followings, okay? Pastor Mike Todd has addressed Drewski and his skits, child. So basically, he gets on stage. He gets on his mega stage at his mega church with the mega lights. Now, this time he had on a JCPenney sweater. He left the Dior, he left the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci's at home. He said, I am a humble man of the Lord. And he got on stage and he said, yeah, I saw the skit. People were sending it to me and I thought it was funny. I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious. And, I haven't been on social media. And I'm like, why would y'all think this is me? I don't have a Rolls Royce. He was thinking it's a Lamborghini, bitch. The fuck? Rolls Royce. That's what he wanted to say. He ain't saying, but that's what his ass wanted to say. Pastor Mike Todd has a type of church where he's like neighbor, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, if it ain't Dior, then you Pior. That's the kind of vibes that church has. You know what I'm saying? And I just, every time I love when things like this happens because it's no disrespect to him, but a hit dog gon' holler. And that motherfucker is a barking bitch, okay? He has been spiraling, baby. And I just feel like ever since we saw that clip of him spitting, it's been so many clips of him that's being crazy. I'm going to insert a few clips of his shenanigans so y'all can understand.
Changing something and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. It might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people? Over the Bible too. I lift my hands to give you the glory. I lift my hands to give praise, and we will praise you. It's just a temple. Syrup all over the communion. Don't care so much. Over the Bible too. Yo, stop acting like you care about this. Stop acting like this matters to you.
I don't understand why anybody is surprised. I don't even understand why his ass is surprised. I think at this point, the type of audience that he has is probably like that older audience that still low-key listen to R. Kelly when they get home. And they be like, free Kels in the comments. That's the kind of audience that Mike Todd has. And I just feel like, I think the skit was funny. I think it was tastefully done, but I think it's also the truth. And I think when it comes to church, it's a very thin line of people who are really in there praising God and, paying their tithes the right way and doing things the way it's meant to be done versus taking advantage of people. And you got caught, nigga. You still got that Dior hanging up in your closet. I know he was mad as fuck. He finna sell that bitch on Depop. If y'all see a Dior jacket on Depop, it's from a fake account, that's Michael Todd shit. I'm telling you, I already know what it is. So I think him responding to it was silly because now it's like you really look guilty. But at the same time, I will say there's more pastors like that need to be talked about, and they're white ones. Y'all be letting Joel Osteen get away with a lot, bitch. Y'all remember when it flooded in Houston? They was like, oh, can we stay at the church? Nigga said, no.
No.
This is not Noah's Ark, bitch. Pray. That's all he said. He locked the doors and said, pray, bitch. Joel Osteen said, I don't give a finnuck. I'm finna hop on this flight with Ted Cruz. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fucking with that shit. So do I think Pastor Mike Todd is the only one like this? No, I don't. I don't think he is. But of course, you know, in our community, it's going to get talked about more. But it's them white people be over there wilding too. I don't let them get away with it over here. It's equal opportunity. This is what Martin Luther King had a dream about, bitch. I'm going to keep it alive, okay? All right, moving on, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was a really, really messy week. All right, I have a Desmond Scott and Kristy Scott update for you all. It was so crazy because literally last week when I recorded, I left and the news dropped, right? So y'all know Desmond, last time I told y'all, he released a statement basically saying that he asked Kristy to separate. She didn't want to separate, so he ended up doing something that he regretted, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I know when I see a blurry video with that TMZ logo at the bottom, it's some shit finna go down, bitch. That motherfucker was in the back of the club. I mean, he was kissing that bitch like, you know how you been like a little boy that's been watching a porn star his whole life and he finally meet up with that bitch and he just get to live out all his fucking fantasies? I know a passionate kiss of something you're not supposed to be doing when I see one. You don't kiss your partner like that. You only kiss a side nigga that you're not supposed to be fucking like that. Trust me, I know. I say all that to say it was the most passionate kiss out in public that I have ever seen in my life. And this is when the tea gets a little messy, guys. And I'm going to tread lightly because y'all know I love my community. I love my dolls. I love my girls. But I guess they had pulled up her Instagram. I'm going to show y'all the picture. They pulled up her Instagram and they was like, them feet kind of big. And as a Bigfoot bitch myself, I was like, well, what y'all trying to say? And they said, you know, that jawline's looking a little strong. And even people in the community themselves, they were like, oh, I think she's one of us. They're like, if she is one of the girls, well, let me say girl. If she's one of the girls, I was like, this is going to be like a really big deal. It was all over everywhere. And I'm not going to lie, like some of the pictures, I was like, maybe not. I don't like to try to identify somebody's gender like that. Like if you want to present as a woman, that's what I'm going to assume you are. I don't like to do that because it's just a little too much of getting in people's business. But anyways, fast forward, the lady releases a statement. She was like, basically she was like, I don't have a dick. I'm a woman. You know, because I was like, if y'all doing it by feet, I'm innocent. It's a pussy down there, okay? I got big feet too. Y'all need some more evidence. I was on her side for a moment, okay? But she released a statement and she says that she is actually not the one that Desmond had been cheating with. She said, I just met him that night. We were kissing in the club and we like never talked again. But she was like, but she said that the divorce has been final. Now, I do think that was kind of lame of her because that's not your place to say what's going on in their divorce. And we just met you. We don't know what's going on. And I looked at her page earlier before I came in to give y'all some more updates. She got a countdown on her story right now. So by the time this drops, she probably done release something else. She probably gonna drop an album or something. You know, that's how the side bitches do. They just be happy to be involved. Then all of a sudden you find out they a singer. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. We want the tea, bitch. But anyways, she got some news dropping tomorrow, so we'll see what it is. But there was another video going around and people were saying that one of Desmond's friends had allegedly told him that Kristy was cheating on him on her Finsta. Kristy responded to the story and said it was completely false. I really don't think there was any infidelity on Kristy's end because I think if it was, either it would have came out by now or Desmond would have included that in his message. But what I do think is crazy is how y'all are really trying to blame her and say she was so annoying, he was feeling trapped. Y'all act like that nigga wasn't annoying too. They actually belong together. So what are y'all saying? It's just so crazy how then Kevin Gates coming out speaking on his behalf. Oh, brother. Enough is enough. I need all the boys to go back to the studio. What's going on? So Kevin Gates just came out and was like, taking up for him and all this shit. And then Desmond in the comments, keen and laughing. Please, I've had enough. Men, really, it gives me a headache. I cannot believe I like dick. I feel like I torture myself every morning. I don't like coochie. I wish I did. I just can't. I can't with the men. I don't know. So yeah, Desmond has been releasing videos since then. He's back to cooking. He's in a new apartment. And when I tell you that kitchen is not eating down, like you gave up that beautiful house and that beautiful kitchen. But, prayers up to the children and Kristy only. We don't condone cheating around here, okay? But I think it's really crazy. Now, I am happy that if he's able to find happiness now and he no longer wanted to be in a relationship, I can say I'm happy for that because I think life is too short and we all deserve to spend our days as happy as possible. I do say that. But for y'all to be kind of like making excuses and things like that, I don't like that. It's not giving what it's supposed to give, okay? Let's move on to some crackhead news. I feel like we ain't talked about a crackhead. I tried. Y'all know I can't keep the crackheads out my mouth for too long. Lamar Odom has been arrested for a DUI in Las Vegas. They said he was driving over 100 miles an hour. He was swerving in and out of lanes. And they said, when they were able to write him his ticket, he smelled of marijuana. I'm just glad they didn't smell crack rock.
I can smell it. I can smell it. Anybody coming here having used crack, I can smell it. I smell a little crack in you.
We're getting better. Progress, growth. Not mad at it. Since then, Lamar has released a statement and he was like, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't. Of course, I guess he's going to try to fight it. Things like that. There's 3 things Lamar Odom is addicted to, right? Drugs, alcohol, and being free, bitch. That nigga hates to see freedom coming. I've never met somebody who's just always in fucking trouble. Do y'all remember when I'm not being funny, that nigga died in a brothel. He took some drugs and was fucking so much, his heart stopped. You got a second chance at life and you said, fuck it, let's do it again. Round 2, nigga. What? Like, God was like, you know what, my child, it is not your time to go yet. He was like, you sure, nigga? What are we doing here? I feel like Lamar Odom is the type of person you pull over, he pulls out his own breathalyzer. I got it, bitch. I got it. Like, I don't understand how people can literally be knocking on death's door and don't take that as a moment to turn over a new leaf. Now, all jokes aside, I really do think that he needs some type of help, some type of rehab. And I really hope he gets his shit together. I don't know what the fuck Khloe Kardashian did to that man. He ain't been right since. Him and Kanye, they need to release a book. Something is going on in that house, bitch. I ain't seen Travis Scott in a while either. Somebody check on that brother. Where is Rob? Babes, I'm just saying. The girls got something going on and I like the Kardashians, I do, but I will say something ain't right in the water. Kanye has never been there, and I'm not blaming the women. But y'all know I don't care about the whites. I don't. I'm sorry. But so I have to say what I got to say. Something ain't right about Lamar. He ain't been right since Khloe. Kanye ain't been right since Kim. And it's just a lot. So I will say I do send my prayers up to Lamar. Lamar was a legend in his day. You know what I'm saying? He played with the Lakers. It was like the Lamar Odom at one point, So it's really sad to see people that I looked up to just going out like this. Man, it's so sad. Prayers up to Lamar, y'all. Stay out them goddamn brothels. All right, moving on. Now, this is some mess, y'all. So A$AP Rocky recently did an interview, right? And the interviewer just basically asked him, like, do you and Drake really have beef or is it fake? I'm going to show y'all a little clip right here.
And I want to know that I'm kind of asking this as I want to know the inside.
Please do.
Is there really an issue, or is this wrestling where y'all are trolling us and rage baiting people to comment on the internet to promote? Like, is it a real thing or is it just promo?
I think hip hop tactics and beefs is like WWF. It's like wrestling all the way, right? But this thing between us, it's not real smoke, but I just don't fuck with him. Like, right. You know what I mean? We was once friends. I feel like it's over females. I feel like he wasn't happy, and he expressed that.
Yeah.
And I think at some certain point when everybody getting older, and it's just like you're supposed to be moving on, for you to still be picking at a female and all that, that's soft to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put out an album. I didn't put out music for me to really say something back, you know? And I finally did say something back to a few people. You know, not just, it ain't just about one person. I'm talking to whoever feel like I'm talking to them, you know? And I do think that shit is petty. And we all, it's like I said, it's enough money, it's enough women, it's enough fame, spotlights to go around. You know what I mean? We not really tripping off nothing, but is it real smoke? It could never be. Right. That ain't smoke.
So you can see he's basically like, you know, it ain't no beef, but I just don't fuck with him. And I feel like it's behind women. Now, one thing I don't know this about ASAP because I don't know none of these people. It's just what I assume. ASAP has always given me that personality. Like, he's just so confident, laid back, chill. Like, he's just always been the cool ass nigga. Like, just a cool vibe. Like, I understand it. Like, sometimes you see a woman with a nigga and he got that swag. He be like, I get it, bitch. You did your big one. That's how I feel about both of them. Like, when I look at ASAP and I see Rihanna, I'm like, obviously, because it's fucking Rihanna. And then when I look at ASAP, I'm like, Rihanna, I get it, sweetheart. And Drake, okay, I'm gonna show y'all the difference between like Drake and ASAP Rocky, right? ASAP Rocky is the kind of man that's like, the way he expresses his love, he's like, yeah, I love my woman. She changed my life, you know, like upgraded me in every way possible, you know, nourished my mind, my soul, my body, my spirit, just the way with words. Drake is like, bitch, I wrote 14 songs about you and 3 of them got Grammys. You owe me some pussy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy Drake gives off. Like, ASAP is the kind of man that'll wear like pearls around his neck. And he ain't finna explain to you why he got pearls on. Like, that's his shit he's rocking. Drake is the type of nigga who'll have on like a regular white tee and he'll be like, you know this Dior, right? Compliments of Pastor Mike Todd, bitch. Like, that's the kind of energy, like, he just always got to say something or let you know something. So I feel like it's just that energy that Rihanna was attracted to. And we don't know if it's just behind Rihanna. It could be behind who God knows what. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that, I don't really hope that they rekindle anything. I just hope Drake just stays away from Rihanna and her family. That's all I hope for. Because y'all know, Drake, I put him in that bandits category. Drake is over there with the bandits. Because I'm telling y'all, once these niggas are free, Drake gonna be right over there with them. I'm telling y'all, watch what I tell you. So I'm not gonna lie. Do I listen to Drake's music? Of course. I don't hate Drake. I'm just not necessarily like a fan of the personality that he gives us and what he shows, you know? And I will never forget, you know, the weirdness that he gave my girl, Meg Thee Stallion. And y'all know I'm a hottie and I don't play about my girl, okay? So shout out to ASAP Rocky, okay? Now moving on to the white news. I've talked about a lot of white people already today. Well, not really. I talked about the Emily girl. I talked about Drake. So this is my third white person I'm talking about today. I'm sorry, Drake. I'm just kidding. I'll just be playing. Victoria Beckham has a lot of drama going on. Her and David Beckham and their son, Brooklyn Beckham. It's a lot of drama, y'all. When I tell you, there is nothing like rich white people drama. It's so juicy. And it be over the like most simple stuff, right? Okay. So Victoria Beckham's oldest son, David and Victoria Beckham's oldest son, Brooklyn Beckham, got married in 2022 to a girl named Nicola Peltz. I don't think I'm saying her name right, but whatever. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. So this girl is a daughter of a billionaire, okay? So mind you, of course, David and Victoria are multimillionaires over, but that's very different from being a billionaire, okay? So y'all can understand where I'm going here. So the drama started when, y'all know Victoria Beckham, fashion icon, Miss Posh Spice herself, you know, she's had a fashion line for a very long time. So she was like, okay, I'm going to design my daughter-in-law's dress. Y'all, they said literally like a few days before the wedding, she ditched the dress and was like, oh, I want to wear Valentino. So, of course, Victoria felt some type of way, rightfully so. And it's just a little weird energy, right? So the wedding happens. We don't really hear nothing from the wedding. Family is still making appearances. But I would say like in the past year and a half, people have noticed when you see the Beckhams go out, Brooklyn and his wife are not there. And if y'all know how the Beckhams are, they're very like family oriented. When they show up together, they show up all 16 of them kids, yeah. And David Beckham had his 50th birthday and they were not there. So to put all the icing on the cake, basically Brooklyn released a statement on Instagram. It was like 6 pages long. Child, they was arguing more than Jayda and Ari, bitch. He was saying that at the wedding, his mom was making it about herself. He was supposed to have a dance with his bride. Mark Anthony was supposed to announce them to come to the dance floor. Instead, Victoria came on the dance floor and started dancing with him, and she was dancing inappropriately. Now, the reason I don't believe this is because if you are a fan of the Spice Girls, Posh didn't dance. Posh didn't move. She just sat there and did like this the whole time. She was just the bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Never been a dancer. So this is what I think is going on. And now Brooklyn is basically saying he's cutting his family off. Long story short, it was a lot more details he was going into, just saying that the family cares about social media and appearances. And he's just tired of trying to live up to this facade. And, you know, they wanted him to trademark his name and do all this different stuff. And he was just like, I'm not for it. I want to be with my billionaire queen. And this is so crazy because she didn't marry up. She didn't, technically. It was more like a merger. That's what white people do. They don't marry up and down. Bitch, they merge. They said, you niggas stay over there. We're merging over here. But anyways, this is what I think this is a case of, right? I don't think there's a right or a wrong in this situation. I think this is a case of a man who was born into a family, a very rich and wealthy family. Of course, he has reaped the benefits of that, but he necessarily just doesn't like the spotlight. I think it's kind of like how Rob Kardashian is. Some people are born into the spotlight, but they really do not want it, right? And I think you also have his wife who she's been in relationships in the past where she has taken away her partner from their family, right? This is like her second or third time doing this. And I also think, though, you have a overbearing mother who's like, my son is my king. I hate him, my son is my king ass bitch. Let that motherfucker do what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not even a right or a wrong. I think it's two people with valid feelings that are just not seeing eye to eye. But I will say this. I think that I don't like when families fight because I feel like life is too short for all of that. But I also think that a lot of times these rich families or people who have these influencer type lifestyles and live for the spotlight, you have to be understanding that not everybody wants to live that life. And now that he's an adult, he's a grown man, he's married, he don't want to do it no more. Can you imagine being a Beckham, bitch? I'm trying to go to fucking Target and I got to put on a Mike Todd Dior shirt just because paparazzi going to be there. I got to dress up every time? No. He don't want to do that shit no more. Leave that shit to Pastor Mike Todd. He's retired. So I'm not mad at Brooklyn, but I'm not mad at Victoria either. Because if you said you was going to wear my goddamn wedding dress, wear my goddamn wedding dress. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Beckhams. I'm a big fan of them. I love their love story. I think it was David Beckham. He has like a reality show / documentary on Netflix. It's actually really, really good. Y'all should go watch it. It came out a few years ago. But like I said, I don't think it's no right or wrong in this situation, but I need to see that video of Victoria allegedly dancing inappropriately. It was like, because what is inappropriate? Were you just kind of like drunk and swinging? Was you popping pussy? What's the lines of inappropriate? I need to know. All right, moving on. I told y'all we chatty today. It's been a long, long week. Okay, so y'all, I started watching The Traitors on Peacock. So I'm basically going to give y'all a quick rundown. I'm not going to like really summarize it. So if you haven't watched Traitors, you know, just fast forward, whatever. The first 5 episodes have already been released. And so I'm just going to give my opinions. But let me just say, I'm a huge fan of Traitors. It is such an interesting show. I think, first off, it's shot so well. Like the way they really make it look like a game. And I know it takes a long time. They be having to get all these shots and do this and do that. I guess it's just because, you know, I've shot a TV show before, so I know how many times it takes to get a shot. So I'm like the thought process that they put into these shots, I think that's what makes the show so good. Alan Cummings is a great host. He just gets into character. But anyways, it's kind of like a whodunit type of game if you've ever seen it. Okay, so first things first. My girl Portia is on this season, right? And y'all, I'm a huge fan of Portia. I love Portia down. I have DM'd Portia a lot to come on Poor Minds. That's my girl. But when I tell you Portia is slower than my fat ass trying to run a 100-meter dash, Portia got eliminated because she was just misspeaking, basically. Just saying shit. She was like, because when I killed Ian, you can't kill nobody if you're not a traitor, baby. You just talking. Portia just be talking. Oh my gosh. They eliminated Portia because she was just saying the wrong words, basically. And you know what? I said, that's not the environment for my sweetheart. Send her on home. I wasn't mad at that. I really wasn't mad at that elimination. I was upset that she got gone, but then when I saw what was going on, get out of here. Go ahead on, Portia. We just need you on Housewives. That's it. We don't need you figuring out nothing. She was like, what? I'm a faithful. Duh, bitch. Ugh. Poor Portia. Moving on. Now, I will say they were very smart getting rid of Rob R because he was starting to figure stuff out very, very slowly. Like, I could tell he was getting onto something. Now, I will say Rob C from Love Island, I look at him totally different now. He was not really likable on Love Island, but he's playing this game so well. So right now, him, Candace from Housewives of Potomac, and Lisa Rinna from Beverly Hills Housewives are the traitors. And when I say Candace is playing this game exactly like Phaedra did, the best way to play traitors is to give your opinion and talk and not be too quiet. You got to get in that sweet spot where you're not talking too much and not talking too less. Lisa be doing too much at the wrong moments. So I think Lisa is going to be the first traitor to get caught because up to episode 5, they've caught one traitor. They caught Donna. Donna is Travis Kelce's mom. Now, why y'all brought that sweet old lady in there? And you know, I don't talk about people mamas. I don't. Get your ass, go take your ass home. Travis, go get your mama. I don't know why they put that poor lady in there. And then they made her a traitor. So she's just in there like, oh my God, I love y'all. I'm fans of all of y'all. They was like, bitch, get your ass out of here. You're a traitor. Sucking too much dick. You being too friendly. Like, she wasn't saying nothing about nothing. And she was such a sweet old lady. Let me say that. She was a very sweet old lady. And you know what? I will say this. When they eliminated her, I was very happy because at one point I was feeling kind of sorry for her because, and y'all know it's a lot for me to feel sorry for an old rich white lady. But I was feeling sorry for her because I felt like they were all like ganging up on her. Like, Donna, it's you. But I could tell it was her too, because it's like, you're not saying nothing. You can tell when somebody's a traitor because they be afraid to speak or give their opinion. Like I said, you got to get in that little pocket. Now, I will say it made me sad when she got eliminated because she started crying. But I think that she was crying because, not because she was eliminated. I think it was because, honestly, the whole time she was talking, everybody was like, you're America's mother. You know, you have 2 sons that have, you know, gone to the league and been exceptional football players. So I think her entire life has been about her 2 boys and who she's raised and being an NFL mom, and that's been it. So I think for the first time, it kind of feels like she got to do something for herself. So I was like, kudos to you, but take your ass home. Okay, so what else happened? Tiffany fucked herself because she was being too opinionated. I was really sad that Tiffany got eliminated. Now, this part is what tripped me out. During that round, Eric said, when the traitors came outside, I heard one of them laugh. And I'm 99% sure it was Tiffany. Now, nobody caught on to this, but that was racist. He heard a nigga laugh. That was Candace laughing. All he heard was a nigga laugh, and he assumed it was fucking Tiffany. And it wasn't Tiffany, and Tiffany got eliminated. Now, I will tell you, Mike, whatever his name is, got eliminated. Do y'all remember when that lady told him he looks like he wakes up to die every day? I have never seen somebody so, God forgive me, that man is so goddamn knock-kneed. He almost started a fire on them goddamn knees. And then I get secondhand embarrassment watching people run and they have bad form. He needed to go. Send his ass home. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been mad at any of the eliminations, but I will say this season is the worst season as far as the faithfuls.
they don't know how to play the game. These traitors are good. Candace is good and Rob is good. Lisa's not that good of a traitor, but the faithfuls are way off. I think the whole moment with Colton and Michael saying, oh, you've been lying for 29 years of your life. Because, Colton used to be in the closet. Now, that was crazy. I didn't know his tea. For y'all who don't know, he went on The Bachelor as a straight man and then decided to come out the closet afterwards. Talk about a bamboozle, bitch. But yeah, so that was a whole moment where they felt like Michael was being kind of homophobic. Then he tried to backtrack, but it was like at that point, the damage had been done. I think Colton is going to start trying to figure people out, but it's like at this point, we halfway through the season and y'all ain't got no traitors yet. So honestly, this season is cool. Definitely not as good as Phaedra's season or the season with Bob that was on. I think he was on the same season as her. Bob the drag queen. That was such a good season, like, because they was going at it. And I will say this. I wonder if the producers be telling them to argue and get mad, because at that round table, baby, they be getting mad as fuck. I'm like, y'all taking this game goddamn serious. They acting like they getting killed for real. I was like, is this the Hunger Games, bitch? The fuck is going on? So yeah, The Traitors is good this season. So if you want to keep up with it, tune in. We're going to review it every week. And these reviews are going to be getting shorter. Obviously, we had to do all the episodes. All right, y'all. Last one. Now, listen, I know this is a long episode today, but bitch, y'all not getting this every week. I was just chatty today. Because y'all be in the comment, we need an hour. No, y'all, we going back to 30 minutes next week, okay? Y'all better carry some of the minutes over to the next week, bitch. All right. Getting back to Potomac. Monique is projecting a little bit, okay? So, y'all know last week Monique was talking about Angel and her husband and this and that. I just still think Monique was projecting. And I think that, I hate to say this, but I think Monique is kind of want to be like a I told you so person. Like, I hope that Angel and Bobby never separate, but I feel like if they do, Monique's going to be like, I told y'all. And I don't like when people do that. So, and I love Monique. I do love Monique. And I know she doesn't mean any harm, but I think due to the trauma that she went through with her husband, she's 100% projecting. I think Angel, at the same time, Angel has been a horrible host. This Denver trip is awful. Bitch, how you put them in an Airbnb that ain't got no water? No water? I know them hoes in them musty, bitch. Them hot-ass cameras and lights and shit. No, Angel has been an awful host, but I will say I do feel like they're going extra hard. Now, the ladies being mad about the accommodations is warranted, but Giselle, you going way too hard. Like, Giselle is like the type of person where, like, she cannot wait till you do the slightest thing to fuck up because she's going to have her aha moment. And like I said, at the beginning of the season, I was really liking Giselle. Now I don't like your ass again. You done did it for me again. I got to send your ass to the back. So for me, I think Angel has obviously been apologetic. Giselle is going too hard. And when they closed out this episode, she was like, oh, I made us accommodations at the Four Seasons. We're going to the Four Seasons. And then she was like, after that, we're going to leave, which I think is crazy. It's just a lot of bullying of Angel. But I will say at the same time, I hope Angel does not come back next season. We don't want to see this shit no more. Enough is enough, okay? I'm glad that Monique had confronted Jazzy because Jazzy went back and told Angel what Monique was saying about her and her husband. I'm glad Monique confronted Jazzy because I do think that Monique was going to have a conversation with Angel, but Jazzy acting like she was concerned. She was like, no, I was concerned for Angel because if this is what's going on in your marriage, I want to be here to support you, bitch. You was trying to be messy. Now, you better hope somebody don't DM me about your man again. You remember what happened last time now, bitch? Allegedly. Allegedly. But yeah, Jazzy telling Tia she was picked by default was messy because I agree with Tia. If you wanted to be in the house, Angel would have put you in the house. She didn't want you in the house. She felt like Tia and Kay being in the house was way more important than you. So Jazzy, I'm not really seeing it for her. I don't know. This season of Potomac has been good, but the only girls I'm really liking, of course, Wendy is my girl, and Stacy. I have to talk about this scene at the Kimosabe hat place. How tacky was it for them to sit in a circle and they each named what they bought with the price of it? Mind you, bitch, it ain't nothing that story that you can't find in the Salvation Army. You know what I'm saying? Real, whatever looking stuff. And Ashley bought that belt for $4,000. Wendy bought them earrings for like $500. It was just really, really tacky. But you know who won that scene? Again, because y'all doing too much? Stacey. When it got to Stacey, Stacey was like, oh, I'm not rich. I didn't buy anything. Exactly, bitch. Because what are we doing? Spending this money at, that's not even, I mean, I get it. It's probably nice things. It's a high-end type of store, but Stacey's like, this is probably not anything that I'm going to be wearing on a regular daily basis anyway. I'm not about to spend my money to fit in or look a certain type of way in front of y'all. I don't know. I will say this. A lot of people like to say Potomac is the brokest franchise. I'm not saying that or not, because I will say Giselle is not in that PT Cruiser no more. So obviously the checks are clearing, okay? But I will say this. It was very tacky and a little low class for them to do that scene. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. And that's why Stacey has been a season favorite for me. Stacey ate everybody up on this season. She's just been likable, enjoyable, love it down. Mauricio made a cameo appearance. If you don't know who Mauricio is, he's Kyle Richards' ex-husband from the Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I think Mauricio is fine. But Giselle was caught blocking because Ashley was over there trying to get her flirt on. And she was like, no, this is too close to Kyle. Let me tell you something. If either one of y'all niggas went to Beverly Hills, y'all think Kyle finna be like, I'm not fucking this black king because I love Giselle. She finna ride that dick. Y'all be having loyalty to these women who do not give a fuck. I respect it, but I don't think Ashley was trying to do anything. I do think she was probably maybe just wanting to hang out, maybe have drinks with them later. Stacey was doing a good job being a wingman. Giselle, you a hater. Giselle's the type of woman where if anybody else is getting attention, especially from men, that light-skinned mustache just starts boiling in her soul. Y'all know light-skinned bitches be having mustaches. No shade, no tea. Y'all be having to wax it a little bit sooner than I do. That's all I'm saying. But them whiskers be turning up when other women get attention from men and it's not her. You know what I'm saying? So I did not like that. It was very cock blockish and I wasn't fooling with it. So, like I said, I get the ladies are upset with their accommodations, but Giselle trying to rally the girls up to go home. Like I said, it's a little bit mean to me. Angel has been having a tough season, a very tough season. But unfortunately, I kind of hope it gets tougher so you don't come back. Okay, I'm just going to break the news to you like that. I don't think Angel is built for the Real Housewives women. I don't think her skin is thick enough. I don't think she reads down good enough. It's just, you know, you want to be at home with your kids. You didn't even want to hang out with the girls. You were like, well, I have to ask Bobby. Girl, but I get it. I don't tell people what to do with their kids. I ain't going to make the joke. Y'all know where I'm going with it. I'm not even going to say it. So I keep my business out of women who have children. I let them do their thing, okay? So I'm excited to see the next episode because I want to see if the girls actually leave Denver and go home, okay? Per usual, I hope y'all have been staying warm this weekend. The ice storm is coming to get us all. They said it's going to be like Ice Age. So I hope you bitches got some blankets in your house. Y'all know y'all be having them Dior shirts on and no fucking pot to piss in, bitch. Y'all better get some blankets, okay? You know what I'm saying? Get some heat going in your house, you know, get some snacks, pile it up. You know what I'm saying? They said our power is supposed to be out. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I hope y'all stayed warm this weekend. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on Snapchat, LexP05, Facebook, LexP, PoorMinds.com. Tour coming soon, still tipping 2026. And I hope y'all enjoyed this long-winded Monday. And I'll see y'all next week for 30 minutes. Bye.